days, man. I've got shit to do. I got family coming in tonight, and I got to dust this house. And, you know, my AC, I have central air, man. It took a shit 2 days ago, and it just doesn't kick out cold air like it. And it's 95 degrees in California, so.
I'm scared of that
It's not the end of the world. It's not that bad. I mean, I've got.
I know we lived without it at some point, but it still sucks.
I've only been without it for 2 days, and yeah, I mean, I just got my car fixed, so that tied up a little bit of money. But yeah, come the first or second, I'll get it fixed, and you know, whatever it costs, you know, it's only money. One of my goals is to die with no possessions. All this stuff. If you ever see like a documentary film and you see all this shit in my house. You know, I've got like 3,000 DVD and Blu-ray movies. I got 5 human skulls thus far. I got all these paintings and whatnot. By the time I hit 50, I'm starting to sell all this junk because I want to die with nothing. I want to die with memories. And, you know, you can't take this stuff with you. I don't have children because I don't want them. I just don't. And neither does my wife, thank God. I just want to sell everything, take trips, you know. There's, you know, I was in Europe for a month and a half last year. Man, prostitution is legal there. You just walk, you know, into a massage parlor. They're not massage parlors, man. They are the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, what I would pay for drinks at a bar with a girl, you pay half that, and you're guaranteed to get laid. Guaranteed. With chicks, you know, half my age that are just gorgeous. That speak more languages than I do. I mean, I'm like, are you a sex slave? Sex slave? Are you crazy? No, I have an apartment. I was like, okay, just, you know, sex slaves in the U.S. They go, no, nothing like that. I do this. I go to school. Yeah, and these girls could speak, you know, English, French, Dutch, German. I met a Thai girl. Oh, goodness. Talk about amazing. Oh, good times.
So what do we have? MurderAuction.com? Do you have any other links that we need to throw out for you?
Just Murder Auction has been down for about 15 months, but starting around right at the beginning of June, we're going to start doing some promoting. I don't want to give away the launch date because we're kind of kicking around 2 days, but sometime in the month of June, MurderAuction.com will be back, and if you're curious to see what Bittaker and Norris want to write, there'll be letters for sale. Bittaker and Norris letters are pretty affordable. Just, you know, you can pick one up for like $10, $15 a typed letter from Bittaker, probably a Norris letter, all handwritten, maybe 30, maybe find some artwork, and you can dive into this, and before you know it, in 17 years, you'll be visiting just like me. You never know. So, yeah, the MurderAuction.com will be back. I also am the owner and operator of SatanCentral.com and StopTrusting.com, which specializes in T-shirts, glassware, wristbands that have the phrase "Stop Trusting Cops."
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what, man. You may not know this, but you just became our go-to for California / Texas or whatever in the area serial killer shows. I'm serious. You're the man. And you're kind of Vic and my hero now. So I just want to let you know that you're the man.
Humbling, man. It's humbling.
Anytime you have anything,
I got hit 2 days ago. Did you hear about that thing that happened in Portland? The Jeremy Joseph Christian who cut the 2 guys' throats. Apparently, he was arguing with the Muslim women or some such. I got a guy asking me. Some guy. It's all over the news. They're saying, you know, because he was a Trump supporter, yada yada. So it's a big thing saying this is what Trump supporters do, which is, you know,
he was a Bernie supporter.
Yeah, there it was. He was voting for Clinton. No, the thing is, you know, this guy was on my friends list, and I'm getting contacted by, you know, media. Hey, how old do you know? I go, look, first I thought it was an inmate. I go, look, man, the website's not back up yet. I don't know why you guys are hounding me. And they're like, how old do you know this guy? I said, look, I never visited him. Who's that? And they go, he just got arrested. I said, just got arrested? He's on your Facebook. I said, oh, and then I put it all together. So, yeah, I mean, it never ends when it comes to crime stuff and me. And apparently that case is, like, all over the news now, and I had no idea how big of a case it was. So, with Facebook...
Dude, it blew the fuck up.
Yeah, it's a big thing, man. Big thing.
I'm seriously, like, I just want to... Yeah, it's fucked, but, you know, it's always like, what do you call it? Yeah, such is life, exactly. All right, man. Well, you were awesome. Again, if you have anything to plug anytime, you just hit us up, and we will do our best to help you out, okay?
No, thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. Vic, you were a little bit quiet today. Hopefully next time you have a few more drinks and we get all rowdy.
He was working.
Sorry,
He was like working. Yeah, he's working while he's talking or listening to us. So, you know,
right.
He's usually Silent Vic. He's like Silent Bob, but for, you know, the podcasting world. All right.
You guys are out of hang on, you guys are out of Pennsylvania? Is that where you guys are from?
No, look, we're in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. Man, you guys got the Bourbon Trail, man. I've wanted to do that for a while. Plus you've got, you know, Moorhead, Kentucky, where Manson grew up.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Yes, sir. You guys got some good stuff over there. One of these days, if I ever venture out that way, I'll let you guys know. Maybe we'll go do the Bourbon Trail and do a live podcast somehow.
You're
with
goddamn right we will.
Drunk. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's been my pleasure, man. It's been a lot of fun. I hope everybody listening had a good time. I hope I didn't make anybody. I have friends in Texas. For anybody who's really mad that I, you know, shit on the Lone Star. I don't like the cops there, and the prison. They banned me from visiting just because they could. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I've got good friends in Texas that I love and care about. They just happen to live in and Austin's not the worst place. You know, East Texas is kind of rough, you know, but Austin's a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cities and fucking college students
there.
Yeah,
dude, college kids, man. I felt like I was in Santa Barbara with a Western hint, but I mean, going down, what was that street? 6th? What was the street? The main, anyway, I'm walking down the street, there's bars, there was that Museum of the Weird or whatever, and I was like, man, this is great. It's just like being, you know, back home. I was in Santa Barbara when I was over there running around. It was good stuff. So, well, guys, it was, again, lots of fun, and hope everybody enjoyed it, and we'll try to do it again soon.
All right, man. You take care.
You too. Cheers.
And everybody, that was our buddy William Harder. I swear to God, like, if I could live his life, I would. Well, okay, I could live his life, I guess. But, you know, I chose a different path. I want to be fair about that. Like, a lot of people say, I wish I could do that. Technically, I could. I just didn't choose it. So I don't want to lie to everybody. You know what I mean, Vic?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I fucking love his life. But, yeah, I didn't choose it either, and I wish I would have.
If you guys didn't catch it, Norris and Bittaker, you know, locked up. Bittaker on death row. Probably going to be there till he dies. Dude's fucking 76 years old. A shame that William and Bittaker don't get along anymore. Not all that surprised by it, just from the portrayals, again. But, you know, he had positive things to say about Bittaker until the end. And then Norris, he just kind of a wayward soul, I think. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Fucked up case. Toolbox Killers, one of the most, Stephen K. said it was the most disturbing case he ever worked on, and he worked on Manson. So that tells you something, you know, whether you believe it or not. So,
I mean, you know, from the first time I heard about him, I looked up and did a little research. I've been wanting to do this podcast for damn near a year now. And
we made it happen on the day after Memorial Day. We made it happen. So God bless America, Vic.
Yes. Only, I mean, you know, sticking ice picks in your ears and raping and whatever. Only in America where we do podcast about that type of shit.
So we went from Panzram, we went to Memorial Day Massacre, we go to the Toolbox Killers. Memorial Day week's a big week for us, you know?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, we fucking knock it out the park on a Memorial Day show, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, man, I love this one. I think it's going to be a classic for years to come. It's one that we're going to enjoy a long time from now. You know, just like we do the Kevin M. Sullivan, Ray Johnson. I could go on and on, but you know, all these great shows about real life horror, and that's exactly what the Toolbox Killers are. One of the most horrific series of crimes that have ever happened. And if these dudes fucking would have kept their mouth shut, who knows how long they could have gotten away with it. You know, when you run your mouth to other inmates, you're gonna get busted.
Yeah. You gotta keep your mouth shut. You know, snitches get stitches and shit, right?
Yeah. I think these guys both had different agendas, and that kind of fucked them over in the end. But, you know, we would not have a Toolbox Killers story, most likely, had they not been busted, because, you know, only a couple have not been caught, like Zodiac and Jack the Ripper type shit.
That's true. That's true.
Goddamn right. And I tell you what, William it's amazing to me that Ramirez was his first person to write to, and he got to meet him. Ramirez seems like the type of guy that wouldn't want to meet anybody but chicks.
Yeah, I think Ramirez would probably be like one of the people I'd be scared to meet, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And not that I'm intimidated by him, but he just doesn't seem like the type that want to talk to people. But William obviously doesn't give a fuck at all.
Yes, I mean, and it's paid dividends for him, so, kudos to that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the fact that he's met the Toolbox Killers is you can say that you're their friend, and he's probably their best friend. I mean, seriously, Bittaker didn't have any friends until Norris, and it's probably true of Norris, too. Both of them were social rejects.
Yeah, I mean, and not only was he Bittaker's friend, Bittaker had to consider him like family, which makes the betrayal even more fucked up, that he would do some shit like that to William. You know what I'm saying? Because, William's probably like the only guy that, was there for Bittaker for a long ass time.
Yeah, absolutely. Bittaker's a fucked up human being. I just Norris is too, but you can tell Bittaker was the ringleader. And I'm not saying Norris didn't want to do the shit. It's not like he was drug along for it. But, I think he was the mastermind of it. Without Bittaker, I don't know that this shit would have gone down for as long as it did even. So
I think Norris just wanted to go out. He just wanted to rape. He didn't want to do any of the murders. He just wanted to rape. He just wanted sex. And he couldn't get it like a normal human. Yeah, he couldn't get it like a normal human, so he went along with Bittaker's idea. It's like, hey, let's kill and fucking kill and see what happens.
Vic, I tried to find the audio tapes of the Toolbox Killers. The things that they say was, the actual audio tapes of them torturing and murdering. Could not find them. I have to tell you that apparently they're not released to the public, which made me sad because I was ready to put myself through it because the prosecutor and everybody else said that it made them sick and made them cry and everything else, and I was like, all right, man, let's do it. And I was hyped today, and I could not find them. There's the Toolbox Killer, but not the Toolbox.
The Toolbox Killer.
Yeah, you need to look it up. It's on YouTube.
I would have listened to it proudly, and I wouldn't have shed a tear.
Well, we're a little different. We have a little different priorities in life, a little different lives altogether. So, feel bad. I don't know if feel bad's the word for it, but, I don't know. I have a little more sympathy in life than I used to have. So, it's one of those things where some of these girls, they did exactly what they were supposed to do in the situations they got put in, and they still got fucking raped and murdered, And sometimes when your card's up, your card's up. And I think that kind of goes along with our debate about the death row, saying you're either going to die or you're not. Fuck it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And, I agree with you. Like, if I'm going to be on fucking death row for 40 years, fucking just kill me, man.
Just kill me, dude. I mean, if I'm Bittaker and I'm Norris, if I'm Bittaker and I'm Norris, and it's obvious that I did what I did, and I should be dead, because I really should. There's no debate about that part of it, right? We can talk all legalities we want. But under the Kevin M. Sullivan rule, if you killed multiple people, and it was, something that you had planned, you should be dead, right? The only thing keeping them from being dead is legalities. But that aside, let's put that aside for a second, because I was not making that argument at all. The judicial system sucks. I'm not saying it doesn't, but we have what we have. So, okay, we know these guys committed these murders. Fuck, they've admitted as such. Now, what are they going to do? You going to sit there for years and years like a dumbass, or are you just going to die? Fuck it. I'm just going to die. I mean, what are you going to do, stave off death forever? You're going to die eventually. I don't want to sit there and fucking be an inmate forever. Being an inmate sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, fuck that, man. Like,
Like Fernandez, like you said, at least he had a good reason for being a suicide, unlike Steve